Bro, you weird, bro.
Nigga, fuck your grandma, nigga. I'll
You
strangle that bitch
weird,
with a
bro.
string bean. Nigga,
You
fuck your
weird,
grandma,
bro.
nigga. That dirty
Watch
ass
out,
black
bro.
bitch. That bitch so
Watch
old
out,
she
bro.
like Harriet Tubman, nigga. Fuck that black ass bitch, nigga.
He
Heartbeat to the beat of the drums. Oh, what a shame that you came here with someone. So while you're here in my arms, let's make the most of the night like we're glad.
Alright, this is the disclaimer, alright? If you enjoy AEW Fight Forever, I'm not gonna sit there and target you as a person that plays AEW Fight Forever. But me personally, sometimes I play AEW Fight Forever, and this is my takes on it, and this is my thoughts and my opinions on how the game how I feel about it, and what they need to do with it, which most likely, it's THQ or Ukes. Like what else you expect? And so, like, whatever I say about this game, do not take it as a grain of salt. Do not take it as an insult. Do not get offended by it. Don't take this seriously. Do not go out and battle for video games or a video game company or on the internet. Because let's be honest right now. At the end of the day, none of this matters. Only your mental health and your well-being. So that is the most important thing in life right now. Is like this internet, video games, all this other stuff is not more important. Your life, your well-being, and your mental health is more important than anything else. So please do not take this seriously and do not go to the extreme with this. So now enjoy the video. So let me start this off with THQ and Ukes. So November 2020, that was like 3 years ago, basically on this day, that THQ has announced that they are now coming out with the AEW Fight Forever. And yet, they showed the trailer. You had the Chris Jericho, you had Hikaru Shida, and Kenny Omega, right? And then they showed off the cutscenes and stuff like that, which I'll say was pretty cool at first. I was like, oh, so Ukes is now developing this game. Ukes are now working on AEW. And then fast forward to 2021, we get a bit of notice about it. We get little snippets of gameplays over here and there, with the Jungle Boy and Darby Allin. And then fast forward in 2022, we started getting huge announcements saying that, hey, this game is finished, or this game is coming out. And then around the late of I would say a year ago, just a year ago from that, from now, is that they saying that AEW Fight Forever is coming soon. We got the pre-order. You can pre-order the game. Blah 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 blah. Whoop the whoop, all the stuff. And now on June 29th, 2023, when the game comes out, it doesn't come out as we expected. You had issues from day one. Now I get it. There's gonna be some games in different companies that's gonna have issues with glitches and bugs and stuff. But when you are sitting there talking about that, this game is the reincarnation of No Mercy, or it's the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain of this generation, you're basically just lying to other people and saying that so you can hype up this game and get people to buy it. Now, me personally, I would say this for fun. Y'all see the videos I made. I made countless of videos talking about how AEW Fight Forever is going to be the best game of this modern era. You could go back and watch it. I'm not kidding around. I'm not BSing. I'm legit serious, and I said this before. I said AEW will go down as the greatest wrestling game of all time. I said that. Tell me when I'm telling lies. So as we go fast forward till June, when the game comes out, you just basically just dropped the ball. And also you made not only me like an idiot, you made Unsanctioned TV like an idiot, Kenny Bomb like an idiot, Assemble like an idiot. You made everybody in a WGC like a complete idiot when you came out with a game, and you basically did give us a bit of info of nothing coming out. But at that time, we trusted THQ, we trusted Ukes, and we trusted we trust these developers that like, okay, they're gonna give us a good game. It's something different. They're showing us that you could break a barricade, you could put people in thumbtacks, you got exploding barbed wire matches. You basically were just showing us all these clips of it, and then you don't even give us a demo. Which basically, let me just stop right here right now. All right. So speaking of which, is like when y'all flying people out to like play y'all AEW video game. You didn't fly out people who was actually talking about it. You didn't fly out the people who was actually speaking on the AEW, because let's be honest, most of them was not speaking on it unless they just put on, talk about this little bit of here, a little bit of there, they go back on the 2K stuff. So what y'all was doing was y'all flew people out who was mainly known for WWE 2K games. That was it. So that was a sign right there. It's like, okay, something's not adding up. You bringing in other people who basically was even talking about AEW at this point. Basically, we was making the videos. We was talking about how this game was gonna be good, and we put our trust into this game, and we had high hopes when the game comes out. But then it completely failed. It failed us miserable. Like, I don't say failed us miserable, but I would say like it didn't do its justice as we thought it was. And so fast forward to now, you give out this whole DLCs, which you basically lack on the season pass. You lacked on season pass 1. Now you lacked on season pass 2. And now is most importantly is that like you're not barely giving us any like new match types. You're giving us these new attires, which it doesn't help with the game's core. It doesn't help with the creations as it is, and it doesn't help of a character selection. Like you putting out 3 people there and 3 people here, like you're just putting out the bare minimum, which you could just add in like 5 people on this month, then the 6 people next month, like just pumping out the game more than you could. Like look at Fortnite or look at Call of Duty, which I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops 4. I'll be honest with you. I haven't played that since like 2018 or 2019. And same with NBA 2K, which let's be honest, we all know how NBA 2K is, and it just we're not gonna get to that point. We all know how that is. And same with Madden, we're not gonna get to that either. What you basically should have been doing is that when you have a new update on a new update, let's say like a couple of months or so, you can add this stuff in for free. Same with a monthly too. Okay, we're gonna add in new creations. We're gonna add in new creation parts for the kick pads. Okay, we're gonna add for new wrist tapes. Okay, people said they want to upload images on the creation suite. Okay, we're gonna do that too. We're gonna add that in the 2 months from now. Y'all could have been doing that and giving us major updates on a daily basis on your social media, but instead y'all barely even posted up that much. Y'all barely even do that. Same thing when it comes to wrestlers too. Like you had like what? Now you got The Acclaim and Tony Storm, and that's it. So like, what about the other characters? What about Swerve Strickland? What about Sky Blue? What about who else? Kazuchika Okada, Kota Ibushi. Now you got Will Ospreay. Well, I would say that Will Ospreay, Adam Copeland, well, that's Edge. We're gonna call him Edge regardless. Will Ospreay, Kota Ibushi, Edge, who are, signed to the company just recent. Now, it's understandable. We probably gotta wait till till the summer or fall when they be added to the game, or could be worse than that. We probably gotta wait till 2025 or 2026. And now, if y'all want to put out more people in the game, y'all should be doing that monthly. Like 3 people ain't enough. 2 people ain't enough. Like this is just few scraps. Like this is not the full thing. Like this is just few scraps that you just giving us for $11.99 or $10.99 plus tax, and you just slap it on it and say that, hey, here you go. This are the features you'll get. Okay, yeah, you gave us a new AEW stage, but what else? Okay, you gave us Tony Storm, which is outdated. Well, I get it because, they're going to add in a new Tony Storm in the later future. But what else? Like, what else do you have instead of just giving us just like a little bit of scraps onto this game? It doesn't make any sense with THQ and Ukes would sit there and like give us a little half-ass DLC with a half-ass game and just say, here you go, here you go. You get the little bit of stuff for the DLC and stuff, and you get the little bit of stuff for this one. Just wait till season 3, and you're gonna do the same thing over again. You're gonna do the same thing on season 4. You're gonna do the same thing on season 5. And when it keeps going and going, you're gonna lose a lot of people. You're gonna lose a lot of people who've been playing this game for months now. Same thing with Stadium Stampede. It's not helping at all. Stadium Stampede is not helping at all. It's not helping the game itself. Nothing is. Not even the Road to Elite. Sadly, the Road to Elite, matter of fact, I'll say this. The SmackDown Just Bringing Season mode is way better than the AEW Road to Elite story mode. Let that sink in. At least you can lock a few things on Just Bring It when you play the story mode, and even outside the story mode, than on the AEW game. Let that sink in. But by doing that, they want to add all their stuff into like the to DLC. See, this is where THQ is taking a final blow. This is where Ukes is taking a final blow. You're not listening to the fans, including like us, the hardcore wrestling gamers out there who've been playing wrestling games since the PS1, the Nintendo 64, the Sega Dreamcast, the PS2, the Xbox 360s. Hell, we go way back. We go way back. The Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis, that the people who was playing it before I was even thought of. You see, you are turning people away who want to see something new and refreshing of these games. Now, you have 2K over there. Now, I would give 2K a little bit of credit. At least 2K is trying to give us a like a creation suite and stuff like that. But there's a flaws into that. Same thing with community creations. Now they're blocking mods that we can't even get mod characters or mod arenas in the game because they thinking that, oh, it's hacking the system. But no, it's helping out the game for the long run because it actually keeps the game afloat. But with AEW, since you don't have like a community creations and stuff like that, your game is just there. Like it's done. It's like overcooked. You let it burn, and now this is what you get. People are not playing this no more. People are going back to 2K23, which some people is. I see most people is going back to 2K22, which the server's going to be shutting down in a month. People going back to 2K19 for the hell of it. Hell, even people just going back to play old school games like SVR, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, or on the PS1. You got some people who's just going back to playing 5 Pro Wrestling. See, AEW on the hand, they're like not falling. They're not falling. I wouldn't say not falling, but there is falling into a rabbit hole like Alice in the Wonderland. They are like letting their game going 6 feet under and not helping out anything at all. They just let this game just go down to the deep end, then throw DLC after DLC, just a little bit of it, just throw a little bit of it, and doesn't do anything about it. Instead of just like putting all this stuff locked behind, knowing there's a little bit of it, how about you just add it into it so you could keep people playing the game? Add a bit more story mode to it so people could play it. See, that's all we ask for. That's all we asking. And I know people are gonna be like, oh well, you're just asking too much. Well, you know what, you dipshit. Maybe we is asking too much because we want to see the game be on a float. Same as for 2K. Same thing as for Fire Pro. Same thing. But that's all I gotta say, man. If y'all ain't new to the channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share this channel on social media platforms, man. It's been your boy Generation Kenny, and I'm out.